Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet. Today a question from Andy Dorsch. Yes, he keeps asking the questions and you can ask them too. If you tweet the Twitter account, ShortFunkCast, you'll be able to submit questions, topics, ideas to me, and I'm more than happy to run Short Funk podcasts based on listener-submitted topics. Andy asked me specifically associated with my plans for the winter. As you might have noticed, maybe from missed recordings, these kind of things, work has been a little bit hellish recently. And my hope was to get to Australia for my father's 70th birthday at the end of the year. I don't know whether that'll be possible. I'm being a little bit candid here, but I am starting to feel like I probably won't be able to make it to Australia, and I'm just preparing myself for that. In contrast, my wife is taking 3 very nice holidays over the next 3 months, and is certainly enjoying this period of time. But for me, my hope was that I'd get to Australia. And in the new year, I have a lot of plans of things to do. I've obviously moved up a bunch of Noble Ape related tasks. And I've also been given a very interesting project that I don't know really if I've talked about in any capacity. It was a project that I thought might have fallen through my hands. I thought I might be a bit late to it, but I've gotten involved with it, and it is something that I think could potentially be relatively important. The difficulty here is just the quality of the information as it is currently and what I need to do for it. I'm being intentionally candid associated with this because it's not that I'm under a secrecy clause. I've just promised certain degrees of secrecy associated with this thing. And it's not a financially beneficial thing. It's just something associated with legacy and history that I think is really very important. And I'm a stickler for the importance of memorializing certain things in particular ways. And I think this project is going to utilize me in that regard. It's a relatively long-term project, certainly when I consider these kind of things. Obviously, I have a well more than full-time job. I have a number of podcasts. I've got a wife. I have a few things that I maintain that I have to be mindful for. But the nature of this project is it's something that I can do in the late evening. It's not something that'll take a huge amount of time. And actually, in the late evening while I'm working, I can work on this project too. It utilizes various aspects of my kind of technical and English language knowledge, which is very curious. And I think probably in a few months' time, I will be able to talk more about this project in a more definitive sense. But in the short term, it produces an emotion which I think is really very positive. And honestly, I mean, in terms of my interests, the history of the Second World War, the history of wars and conflicts is up there. But I also have an interest in the history of computing, computer architecture, computer culture, stories, mythology that is part of the general ethos of technology. I've tried to sway away from. I'm far more interested in understanding the grit, the underlying substance that could impact various people, like the motivations, really, and also where the narrative is wrong or just reeks of mythology, just reeks of oversimplification. And in this light, this project has ticked all those boxes for me. Folks who are friends with me on Facebook will also know that I'm interested in recording somewhere probably by the end of the year, maybe soon after, a specifically tailored satire mumbling rap track. The creation of mumble rap, or the propagation of mumble rap, which in large part comes through record executives desperately scouring YouTube to try and find the next stars. My favourite currently is Lil Yachty. If you listen to Lil Yachty, his album, end to end, you realise really that this is an experiment associated with someone who has never had any access to production equipment or really making music at all. This is like a 5-year-old's experiment in a studio to make music. And the fact that Columbia Records is funding this thing and producing outlandish videos for the gentleman and these kind of things, all very, very curious. It almost seems like rap music is pranking itself currently. So that's a project that I'm looking towards as well. My perspective is because it will be a YouTube exclusive thing, because I'm using some of it. In fact, I may stop using sampled music altogether, but because some of it is sampled music, that's going to be an interesting project. And obviously, as I talked about the skeleton in Noble Ape, OpenGL, the stuff associated with the genealogy, and also when Bob Mottram starts working on it again, the monkey mind stuff. All very interesting, all very pertinent, and stuff that I'm going to be looking for and working on in the near future. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.